Welcome to Soda Pop Talk.
I love my baby and I dig that pop. A dancing and romancing at the soda pop hop, at the soda pop hop, at the soda pop hop, at the P.O.P. pop H.O.P. hop, soda pop hop.
Welcome to Soda Pop Talk, the show that takes the fear out of trying something new, replacing it with sweet, sweet soda goodness. Today we are coming to you from Galco Soda Pop Shop here in Highland Park, one of the meccas of everything soda. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Salisbury sensation since 1917, North Carolina's Cheerwine. So we got a big show, so let's get started.
Okay. Well, here's this opened already.
Poured it out already because we got a little too anxious about it. But, so as you can see though,
it poured out blood red. It looked blood red.
It poured out just the right amount of carbonation, and I love the coloring in the soda. Actually, feels cherry, almost kind of like like coloring and the way it pops feels like you're almost drinking a beer in a way.
Yeah. So it, like I said, it poured out blood red, reminded me of something like on True Blood, but let's hope it doesn't suck like True.
Taste that way, yeah.
That's amazing. Really easy there.
Wow.
You have to drive later. But
this is I think this is the greatest thing I've ever put in my mouth.
That's just too easy.
This is a family show.
Yeah,
sorry,
I'm sorry.
But no, this is really good. Like the flavor is so impactful to you.
Yeah, it's more of a black cherry soda than it is just cherry or whatever. I expected it to be a lot more cherry, but the taste is just really defined, and it really stands on its own. It doesn't taste like a cherry Coke or a cherry.
The cherry feels organic in there, like it's so natural with like the combination of the sugar and everything inside. It feels like it tastes what cherry should taste like. This is the embodiment of cherry.
In a perfect world.
Yeah, it would.
In Galco's.
I think, wow, I can't wait to score this thing. This thing is amazing. Okay, so we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we are going to actually interview the owner of the place we're at, Galco's, and we're going to give you our final score on Cheerwine when we come back.
I got this, bro. Good session, man. Long live leisure, my friends.
Long live kicking back with new friends. Long live the sparkalicious magic of Cheerwine.
We're back. We're here with the owner of Galco Soda Pop Stop, John. John, thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
We just have a few questions about all the soda goodness that we have. Danny, what do you got for him?
Well, we're going to tell our viewers some of the basics about Galco's off-screen, about the history of it. I wanted to ask you something a little bit different. When you walk in here, when I walked in here the first time, one of the first things I noticed was that there's no plastic to be found anywhere.
That's true.
I think you have a couple bottles somewhere tucked away.
Oh
there.
yeah, they're tucked away somewhere.
But pretty much everything is in glass bottles here. And could you tell us a little bit about why that's important?
Well, sure, of course it's important. The way you put something in a glass bottle is the way it comes out. If you put it in, it could be a year later, 2 years later, it'll be exactly the same as when it went in. With plastic, they overcarbonate, and the reason they overcarbonate, there's two reasons they overcarbonate. One is because plastic leaks and so does aluminum. That's why they only have a 3-month shelf life on them, and you can throw them away. They're going to give you notice the cans will get mushy. And the second reason that they overcarbonate is because they are able to put less syrup in the can. So they save a lot of money. And the way things go into a bottle is the way they come out, and they're done right. They're not overcarbonated, and they use the syrup.
I've never thought of it that way.
Nobody
That
ever
actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. It's really important.
Another thing is
Yes.
that the majority of the soda here, I don't know what the percentage would be. It's probably in the 90%. Doesn't have high fructose corn syrup.
Well, we use exclusively independent bottlers, and that makes a big difference. Most of the independent bottlers continue to use cane sugar, real ingredients, and glass bottles because they understood the reason. If you want to do something cheap, buy a Coke, buy a Pepsi Cola. It'll be cheap. I'm sure you can get them for $0.25 a can, but they're going to be spending your money for you because they don't just sell sodas in individual like we do, or 6-packs. And we don't. We just sell them individually. So you can buy one of anything. But if you notice, they used to be 6-packs, 12-packs, 18-packs, 24-packs. Now they're at 32-packs. So what are they doing? They're spending your money for you. That's exactly what they're doing. And if you buy that one 32-pack, you're not going to be able to buy anything else for about 2 weeks. So they have you locked into their brand.
Yeah,
That's how they do it.
And one thing I've noticed too, a lot of the brands that you carry are American companies that I had never heard about before until I walked in your shop. How do you find all these random companies?
Well, it's really interesting. A lot of them find us. I mean, they've either seen us on the Food Network or in Huelhauser or something or another. They've read about us in the newspapers, that type of thing. And we started this 15 years ago. And it's little bottlers coming to us. Like, for example, I don't know, did you test the cucumber?
No,
I know you
not
have
yet.
Cheerwine out here. Okay. The cucumber was actually soda of the year. And Illy found us. He was making a rose-flavored soda. And he called. He says, "You've got to carry my sodas. I'm from Romania. We still know how to press the rose petals." And I'm thinking, oh, no, perfume. And he said, "I'm going to send you samples. You'll see." I tasted them. I went, wow, these are really good. The American public has never been exposed to anything like this. And as long as you're with big bottlers, you're never going to get exposed to anything different or creative. So I brought him in and I sold him. "What else you do, Illy?" "Oh, I make a cucumber, but nobody will give me a chance." And I said, we started laughing about it. And I said, "Illy, we both know that if you don't have them on the shelf somewhere and you're not selling them to somebody, you're never going to be able to tell anybody how many cases you sold so that they could buy some." So the flavor chemists had a convention in Orange County, and they came in and they bought a bunch of different sodas, and among them was the cucumber. That was in March. In July, it was Soda of the Year, according to Beverage World Magazine, which is a trade publication. It's really, really interesting how it works. It's really interesting when you put little independent bottlers next to other little independent bottlers, they actually help sell one another's sodas. It's not a matter of domination like so many of our corporate brethren
the giants
try to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to dominate everything. And here, you find more cooperation going on with the little bottlers. One has a great this flavor, the other one has a great that flavor, and they work together.
They do seem to like form a harmony of,
they do.
know, one brand will do this flavor and then another brand will do a different flavor, and they don't actually tend to compete against each other. You're right.
No, they complement.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed some of this was my first exposure to root beers.
Okay.
And I really dug the Berghoff and the Boyland.
Okay.
And they don't feel like they're competing against each other. They bring so many
They're different styles. Well, you
segments
have
of
to
the flavor.
remember, back in 1959, root beer as a segment of the soda pop market made up 25% of the soda pops in the sales in the country. Today it's 2.5 to 3.5% because the cola companies decided, and they did a study that said that sassafras root oil caused cancer. And as soon as they did that and it was adopted by the government, that was the end of root beer sales in the United States. Now you have a lot of little tiny companies. Like, for example, the Red Ribbon, they're one of the last pinpoint carbonators left in the United States. And pinpoint carbonation is made with dry ice. So when you taste it, you get a different mouthfeel than you would get with, say, a big company.
Yeah.
It's a big co-packer. And of course, the cane sugar and the real ingredients make a lot of difference too.
All right, just before we let you go, we got to get
Okay.
your answer on this. Of everything here, what's your favorite?
I don't have favorites. I have the one I haven't had in about a year and a half. We have about roughly 700 sodas, and it takes about a year and a half to go through them. And what's really interesting, and it's not like mass-produced things where everything, no matter where they're made, that is not even true. But like all of the Coke in the United States, pretty much tastes the same. And when little bottlers, and because they're doing scratch recipes, and they get really good at doing their things, and you can taste one a little better than the other. That's why I ask you, whether it was a 4-pack or a 6-pack you got this bottle from.
No, I
They're
didn't.
different bottlers.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
really been eye-opening, actually. And being here has been so wonderful.
Oh,
and,
well, thank you.
You know, we've come here a lot. We love this place.
Yeah.
We love to eat here, too. That's great. So thank you.
My parents
thank
back
you.
the place too, so that's
Yeah.
important.
Your parents' wife?
They back the place too. They love the place.
Oh, well, thank you.
So thank you,
very
John,
much.
for having
okay.
us.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you very much for stopping by. Oop.
Remember,
Okay.
we'll check out. Check out sodapopstop.com for all their selection. It's a great site. They do deliver, or sorry, they ship to you, I should say. And if you're in the Los Angeles area, do yourself a favor, come out here, check out all the different sodas they have. Have yourself a sandwich for lunch. You won't forget the experience. It's great. We're back. We're here to score Cheerwine. As always, we're a two-man team, so we each do a 1 to 5 score for a combined score, which becomes the official Soda Pop Talk score. So, Danny, 1 to 5, give me your Cheerwine score.
Don't think I'm going to do this again or say this again, but I'm going to give it a 5. 5 of 5. It's everything I would want in a soda. There's nothing else like it. There's probably never going to be anything else like it. It's my favorite I've ever tried, and
I wholeheartedly agree with you. This is really, I can't find anything I don't like about this. The flavor is bold.
yep.
It's pure cherry, and it right amount of carbonation.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you feel too heavy, and it just looks really, really sexy.
Yeah, it does.
It does. So I am going to give Cheerwine a 5 also. It's, I think, the best thing I've ever tried. So we're giving Cheerwine, Soda Pop Talk is giving Cheerwine an official 10 out of 10.
10.
This is perfect. Even if you don't like cherry or cola, try it. We think you'll be swayed. It's just that good. This really can go up against anything out on the market. Even, I would much rather spend what I would pay for one Cheerwine as opposed to like a case of Pepsi.
It's any day. Any day.
It's amazing. So, all right, that's our score for Cheerwine. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you are in the area, like I said, come to the Galco Soda Pop Shop in Highland Park, California. It's really just an experience for anyone who loves soda. Thank you again. We'll bring you more soda goodness next week. And as always, don't forget, life's a long road. Always bring a drink.